I just got back from Philadelphia. I had my press conference. I got introduced, and I mean, for the most part, I've been in Birmingham, Alabama, just rehabbing 6 hours a day, and I'm just really getting after it.
I've been really just trying to settle in Phoenix. I just, got me a condo there, and so I've been moving into there. And other than that, just been in the gym, working, talking to coaches, watching film, and just trying to get better. I've been back and forth from here to Colorado to Indiana. Obviously, spending time with my daughter, and probably in the next few weeks I'll take a deal overseas. I don't know which country yet, but it'll be in a couple of weeks. I'll probably sign a contract to go overseas. Hey, just take it off the microphone.
Well, unfortunately, I wish this time was last summer because my back is doing a whole lot better. And I've been back training and working out and trying to get back healthy. But my books is finished, and I'm looking forward to getting them out.
Archie, talk about your summer league experience. You were a guy that sort of felt like you had something to prove going into the draft. You sneak into the first round and then keep opening some eyes at the way that you played this summer.
Yeah, I think I had a really strong showing. Just going out there and getting the opportunity to play. I just wanted to showcase that I've been working really hard, and I've been working on a lot of things in my game, and I just wanted to show that I was better than people thought.
Noel, if you can talk a little bit about your progress now. I mean, with all the workouts, but how does the knee feel right now, and how is that timetable being adjusted?
That's what I said.
The knee feels great, but I'm just definitely, just staying after it, working hard, staying focused. And, I mean, as opposed to a timetable, I'm just being careful, staying patient. Definitely want to come back a lot stronger than I was before. Being able to maintain the physical play of the league, and just really working on my body overall.
Noel, you had a wild draft night, and it was seemed sort of stressful to you. How did you sort of process everything that happened that night since then, and is it a much more positive feeling now that you've got a chance to meet with your new team and you have a better idea? It's sort of a whirlwind that night.
Yeah, I was really thankful that I got drafted. I mean, not everybody has the opportunity to play in the NBA, and for me to even be in that position, I was very blessed and thankful of it. But I'm just looking forward now. I'm 76, and I'm just definitely just keeping my mind right and looking to get back on the court as soon as possible.
Noel, what's the timetable like on when you fully expect to be 100%?
Just whatever my Dr. Andrews says. I'm ahead of schedule still. I've been working really hard to get back, and I'm just getting a lot stronger, and I feel great now. But this is something I really got to be careful with, because I want to be I want to have a long career and make sure it lasts. And I don't want to rush it now to put anything at risk.
You said a lot of your
Archie, can you talk about the Suns and after that summer league performance you had, where you feel like you fit in? It's kind of like for the
He's definitely told me I'm going to play right away. He wanted to make that clear, and they were excited to get me as I was excited to be there. And they said, from the get-go, they knew that I was going to be a special player. Felt like I was going to be one of the better players out of this draft. And I felt the same, and I know with my work ethic and the way I compete that I'm going to make that happen. And so just being in the right position for me and having this opportunity, I feel like I'll be able to make some things happen.
Archie, how did you kind of deal with the criticism you got between when you declared and the draft?
I didn't pay any attention to it. I knew that people were going to have negative things to say just because of, the way our season went. But at the end of the day, I knew what I was capable of. I knew, what I was going to do. And like I said, I control my own fate. Nobody else controls it but me. And I just, continue to work hard and block out what everyone is saying. And now, things are looking really good for me.
Archie, can you just talk about, a lot of people were saying the NBA summer league stuff that you're getting really translates to the NBA well. Can you explain that? Would you agree with that as well?
Yeah, because in the NBA, the biggest thing is, me using my athleticism and my, ball hand to get into the lane. And being an NBA, it's a difference of 3 seconds. So in college, opposed to being able to pack into the lane, they have to get out the lane every 3 seconds. So that little split second that they're out the lane allows me to get in there and make a credit shot for myself or others. And it's a lot easier for me to draw fouls as well, because you can be a little more physical on the perimeter in college opposed to NBA. If you touch, just a foul. So I think if I didn't lead the summer league in free throws, I was pretty close. So that's another big part of my game.
How excited are you about going to Phoenix and getting to learn and play with Eric Bledsoe? Have you all talked a lot yet?
I've talked to him a few times when he was up there. I know he's been busy just as well as I have. But it's going to be a great opportunity for me just to be under a guy that played here. So we'll already have that bond going. And I know he's a competitor as well as I am. And so I feel like, us together, we can make some things happen. 2 young guards going to come in. I'm a rookie. He's been here a little longer, obviously. But he has things that he can teach me. And, I'm all ears for everything, because I know he's not going to tell me anything wrong.
I saw some stuff in the Philly papers that you wanted to show the teams that didn't pick you that they made a mistake. How much is that a fire to show them, hey, you all made a mistake?
I wouldn't call it a mistake. It's more of just a motivation thing. It's something, wake up in the morning, just keep me going. And it definitely just will put me forward to, my fight, and just definitely wanting to get back and show teams, what I'm capable of when I get back.
For any of you guys, all of you guys that have seen, any of you that have seen the current crop of guys that are here working out, what do you make of them? What might we expect when we see those guys this season?
I haven't seen them this summer, but I was in that class, the 13th class, and I played against 4 or 5 of those guys. And, they're really talented players, great work ethics, and they really have the fire. And what Kentucky is about, just playing hard and just being about Kentucky basketball.
Any of you guys seen them in the gym?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of guys in the gym. Julius, he really stands out to me. He's a competitive guy, just like I was, in the gym every night, just like I was from what I've seen. And so I feel like he's going to be a really good player. As far as the other guys, they're still doing their things. The guys that are coming back have still been working out. And as far as the twins and James Young, obviously they're not here yet, so I don't know what those guys are doing, but I know that those guys are very talented as well. And I feel like with the team that they had this year, just their talent alone is going to win a championship. It's just a matter of them meshing together, and the competitive spirit is going to be there, because just too many guys on this team that hate to lose, and I feel like they're going to do some special things. Like I said, I've been back and forth, and I've worked out with them a few times, but from what I've seen, they got all the talent in the world, and like I told them, if they can all check their egos at the door, and I know once Coach Kyle gets his hands on all of them and gets them playing together like a team, they're going to be real dangerous.
Julius, can you kind of just expand on what we're talking about as far as your opportunities right now overseas and the workout with the Nets, I believe, how that will be what's next?
I got a lot of great opportunities ahead of me right now, and I'm in a very blessed situation to be able to pick and choose on where I want to go. Obviously, I would have loved being in the NBA, but not everybody gets that opportunity. So right now, I'm just in my agents in a lot of talks with a lot of European teams, and just getting in contract negotiations and trying to get everything situated for me and my family going over there. And as far as the Nets workout, it went really well. I shocked a lot of people. I got a lot of great feedback, but everybody, since I was more used as a shooter here and ran off a lot of screens, they didn't even know I could play point guard. So them seeing me play that was a shock. And a lot of teams told me that they're going to give me a big look for next year's summer league, and depending on how my season goes overseas.
This is a question for any of you all. Did you all see Kyle Wiltshire transferring, and was that a surprise to you?
I wouldn't say I necessarily seen it. I figured he would probably redshirt here and work on his body. I think Kyle has a great skill set, but his body isn't probably where he would want him to be, and I think he knew that, and I felt like he would redshirt here. But as far as transferring, I kind of didn't see it, but everybody has to. He's at an age where you got to do what's best for you. I mean, I'm this guy that transferred, and obviously Kentucky's a great place to be at, but he felt that he had a better opportunity to become a better player somewhere else, and I just respect his decision, and I wished him well. Yeah, I couldn't see it coming either. We talked about it after the season. We thought that he was going to redshirt like he did, but for him to transfer, I didn't see it, in his future. But I wish him the best of luck. He's still a Wildcat at the end of the day. He would always be one. He was here when they won the championship, and so it's nothing for love from us especially. But like I said, he's a great player. He's going to be great. Just saying what they did if he's going to Gonzaga, right? Yeah. Just what they did with Olenek, I feel like that's what he could see himself doing. He has a skill set, and he just needs a better body because he's just, he's not developed yet. But once he gets that, I feel like he's going to be someone that guys are really going to be shocked at.
All right.
You good?
Last question.
Just, you sort of touched on it, Luis, but any of you guys that were on last year's team, what would be your biggest piece of advice to this next week?
My biggest advice would be to listen to what Coach Cal says and not how he says it. I feel like last year we had a couple guys that once he said things, the way he said it, really put guys down because they're not used to the way he coaches, and it's kind of hard to get used to that coming from high school where you were able to do whatever you wanted. But if they just listen to what he says instead of how he says it, then I feel like they'll be just fine. Because like I said, they have all the athletic ability and all the talent in the world. Just gotta make sure their head is mentally right.
Yeah, I definitely just say coming in the gym every day, having a good mentality, just being prepared. Just listen to Coach Kyle. I mean, he has everybody's best interests. Just establishing team chemistry early on in the year, and make sure a leader steps up, because a young team like that, especially you're gonna need a leader. That's always gonna keep them like a rock solid team, and always keep them guys composed and times and a lot of pressure. But I mean, I'd have to say, they're in a good position right now. They got a lot of mature players, and just definitely staying focused with them.